Hello, good people. This is Nicole Rose. Thank you for joining Fret Sisters Presents Between Frets, a space where female musicians who play stringed instruments meet and discuss all things music. We have a very special treat for you on the podcast today. We have Ice. She is a metal and rock guitarist and songwriter out of the Bay Area. She is currently working on the album Reclaim that is set to be released later this year. Ice, how are you doing today?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing great. How are you?
I am great. I want to thank you for coming on today. So what we like to do is I just want to start from the very beginning, the best place to start. Why guitar? What made you pick up guitar?
It's so funny because someone actually asked me what made me pick up the guitar. It was actually I believe it was middle school. I was told I couldn't join the classical guitar group, and I got really upset, and I started to gain interest in guitar, and ever since I've been playing.
Someone said you couldn't join?
Yeah, they didn't have any room, so I couldn't join the group at all.
Oh, wow. So you just picked it up on your own time?
Yeah.
Did you later get in the group, or was it just out for you at all? Totally.
Yeah, it was just full, and I never was able to join the group.
Oh, goodness. Well, see, you had determination to do it on your own. What was the first guitar you picked up?
The first guitar I picked up, I got it as a gift from my dad for my birthday. It was a Yamaha acoustic guitar.
Okay. Did you keep that a while? Did you like the acoustic, or did you want to get the electric next?
I wanted it a lot sooner. So I was able to get it around high school. I got an Ibanez. That was like the RG. That was like that was the one I got.
That has the best neck to me. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. But okay.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome. So how did you learn? Did you get a tutor? Were you self-taught?
I did a lot of research on online, and then eventually it led to lessons. I was taught by one of my first teachers was Eddie. There's some boy, Eddie Washington. He was at a community center, and I was with him till the very end. I seen the class get eventually smaller, but I was always with my teacher, and I've learned so much. And I've had a good amount of teaching myself and having teachers.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit more. Before you picked up the guitar before this class, did you have any interest in music at all?
I did. I've always had. Before guitar, I was playing the violin, the viola, the bass.
Oh, wow.
I was very I loved music so much.
Do you still play any of those instruments?
No.
No?
No.
Guitar took over, huh?
Yeah.
That is cool. So in the earlier years, because I know you're into metal right now, we're going to get into your single and album that's coming out a little later, but were you always into that kind of music in the beginning?
No, I was really into a lot of R&B because my mom would blast it in the house when I was young. Mariah Carey, she would play Michael Jackson, Earth, Wind and Fire, Aretha Franklin. That was in the house, and I just loved it. And I say this a lot, without R&B and blues, I wouldn't be able to play, because I feel like blues really gave me, it helped me with my solos and my writing, and I really love it and I treasure it.
Oh yes, it was like the staples, the foundation.
Yes, it really is.
Awesome. So in those beginning years when you were listening to those music, did you try to play by ear, or were you still doing your own thing at that time as well?
I wasn't really playing guitar along with the music. I honestly, I don't really tell people this, but I was actually singing along with it.
What?
Yeah, I don't. But I'm I don't want to sing. I'm just, nah.
Oh, it's too late. You got to hum for me now. You got to sing something now. It's too late.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. So that's awesome. So, how long did it take you to finally get up the courage to actually play in front of people, your family, and friends and anything? How long was that process?
I actually was playing in front of during the middle school and high school when I joined music classes. That was my first time of experiencing being in front of people, but being on my own was a whole nother experience. So I forced myself to go to open mics to get better.
Oh, really? How long into your musical journey with guitar? How long did it take you to do that, to get the courage to do that?
Oh man. I would say like, I don't know, like maybe a year or two. Then like eventually it became like nothing to me. Like it's fine now to play in front of people, but it took me some time. I was nervous, but I pushed myself to play in front of people on my own.
Oh wow, so you have no stage fright at all right now, huh?
No, I'm fine. Like I'm good.
That is cool. So tell me, you went from R&B to that foundation to, getting up the courage to play in open mics. When did that transition into the love for metal and rock?
um, my sister Ireland, she's like, to me, like she opened that door for me. Growing up in high school, she played like Deftones and Incubus and No Doubt. And eventually I was watching, I think it was Headbangers Ball, and I think it was Killswitch Engage when like Howard Jones was the vocalist.
Hmm.
Once I saw them perform, that was like pretty much my first time hearing metal. And later, eventually, like it went down to like Black Sabbath, Pantera, Slayer, and even 80s like Heart, Lita Ford, like women in rock as well, and Vixen. It just
Hmm.
led to that for me. It opened that world for me.
Okay, now we know that African Americans started in rock. It's nothing new to us, but nowadays seems like it's an oddity to see African Americans and African American women in general to play metal. Do you find that
Yeah,
it's like odd? Do you see a lot of other African Americans enjoying and playing this music?
I do. I've seen some online, but I forgot their name. I think
Hmm.
one of my favorite bands, Slaughter to Prevail, they have this boy, he's African American. He's playing for them on tour. And
Oh
then
wow.
he's really good. And I forgot there's this other, oh gosh, I wish I knew her name, but she's African American. She's a female. She plays in a metal band. She's on
That's so
tour.
awesome.
Yeah, I think eventually like we're gonna see more of us in the scene, and I think it's coming. Like it really is.
Yes, yes. I would enjoy that, because younger kids, they may not see that side of music. They see R&B and they see rap, but to see us in metal, some of them may think, what are they doing? But we started this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You know?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. You're right.
Yeah, so that's great. So have you performed with any bands, or are you been a solo artist since you started the guitar?
I've pretty much been on my own. I collaborated with people, but eventually they went out on tour on their own. But right now, since I'm writing new music, I am speaking to a couple people, and I'm really trying my best to get on the road this year. So,
Oh wow.
yeah.
So you're in the Bay Area. So do you play around clubs and gig around there, or are you just solely right now focusing on your solo project?
I'm focusing on my solo work right now.
Okay. And I see where you released Reclaim. That's your
Yes.
new single, and I saw the video. Congratulations on that new release.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. So how did that song come about? What was that process? Did you produce it all on your own? Did you have some collabs with you? How did that come about?
Oh, I wrote that. And at home, I was really going through a tough time. I had my heart broken, and then I just tuned down the guitar and started writing.
Oh yeah, that's usually it usually takes something like that. Good music comes out of that, unfortunately. But
Yeah, I know it sucks, but I love that people are enjoying it now.
so is this your first release, or have you had other music out before?
I've had other music out before, but I think for some reason I think Reclaim really, I mean, I've never seen anything shot up so fast with people really gaining interest in the video, and my new album will be called Reclaim, and I'm just glad that it's getting a lot of attention.
Attention. Yes. Yes. Well, it's an awesome song, and me coming from a person, I will say, I don't usually listen to metal. Like, I found you on YouTube and I was like, what is this? Like, oh my God, she's amazing. Follow here, follow here, follow here.
Oh,
So honestly, you opened my eyes to whole new genre. It's like I didn't listen to or know about it, but the
mhm.
really just honing in, it's like your tone is amazing, your style is amazing. Like, talk about your tone for a little bit. How long did it take you to hone that in?
Honestly, I still experiment with other like amps and um recording stuff. I mean, I'm not really like a pro at like what I do, but I'm just really into like distortion, and I'm very classic. I'm very like simple. There's really nothing to what I do, honestly. There's like nothing really technical with my gear. It's really simple. I'm just like right through the amp, put on some gain, and we're good.
Well, they do say the tone is in your hand, so it's coming from somewhere.
Oh.
It's definitely coming from somewhere. So now you're going to have Reclaim. Is this going to be a full EP? Do you have any of the other songs completed?
I have one more song to finish, and then I will make an announcement on the release soon. So I think I have like 7 songs, 8. I'm not sure.
Oh, wow. So
yeah.
This is like a full album.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I mean, I'm thinking to write more, to be honest. I'm like, I don't know. I want to put some more songs in there.
Hey, I do understand. So doing this, is this only solely you, or do you have any collabs on this album coming up in the future that you're working on?
No collabs for this one, but I've had people approach me wanting to collab, and I'm thinking it will definitely be later on this year that new things are gonna pop up musically for me and people.
Yeah. That is great. That is great. So generally, how long does it take you to work through a song? I mean, is all of your songs on this new album, Reclaim, coming up, is it all going to be instrumental? Correct?
Yes. Yeah. And there will be an interlude conversation that I recorded when I was really sad. Like, that's the only voice you'll hear. But other than that, everything is instrumental.
That is awesome. That is great. So now that you've been doing this a while and you finally, found your niche, which is this, it's awesome. I love it. Is there any, advice you have for upcoming musicians, even current musicians, how to stay current, how to, get out there and just be confident in what they do?
Yeah, just keep doing what you love and mean what you do, and be really passionate about it, and don't do it for views, do it for a purpose. And practice, get better, look at the people that you look up to and see how they did it, and just always pick up the instrument that you love every day and really, really love what you do. Just be in love with it.
Yes, that is great advice. That is great advice. Now, as I said, I've been following you for a while now, and I see you have a few endorsements. That new guitar you have is simply beautiful. Do you want to talk about any of the endorsements that you have?
I am also with Lkstraps. I don't know if anyone really seen that, but they are a guitar strap company ran by Lior from New York. He makes refurbished leather and he customizes it to your liking, and it's been great. He got me a new strap, and I have 4, and it really is one of the best straps I ever owned, to be honest.
Awesome. Talk a little bit about the new guitar. What is it? Ormsby? Is that the name?
Ormsby. Yes, it's ran by Perry Ormsby in Australia. It's all handmade by him. He's carefully checking each guitar. He's working day in and day out. And I believe it was a run. It was a run 6, I believe. I think there's limited quantities of this, so you have to pre-order. But I saw this and I told him hey, I really want it, and I got it.
That is great. That is great. So what's the neck feel? Is it thin like an Ibanez, or is it a thicker? I mean, what's the neck feel of it?
It's very how would I describe it? It's pretty thin, but honestly, it feels like, I just say this, I know this is weird, but it feels like butter.
Hey.
It's so smooth. I'm so in love with this guitar. It's one of the best, top quality, best guitars I've ever owned.
That is great. That is, hey, all us guitarists understand butter, so you're good. Feels like butter. We understand.
Oh.
We totally understand. So I do want to thank you so much, Ice. Oh, before you end this, Ice, could you tell me where that name came from?
Yeah, okay, so my name is Isel.
Okay.
So everyone that I've met out through my life didn't even know how to pronounce it, so I said, just call me Ice.
So you've been Ice since your teenage years?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Because I was calling you Color Ice for so I'm like, that doesn't seem right. It can't be Color Ice. That is awesome. So I thank you so much for joining us today, Ice. You were a great interview, and I loved, hearing your background and how you came into playing the guitar. Do you want to tell the people how to get in contact with you or how to reach you or where to follow you?
Yes, I have a website, iceofficial.com. I'm on Instagram, colorice09, Facebook, colorice09. And I'm there. I'm active every day, and I hope you follow me.
Yes, yes. So we would like to thank Ice for joining us today. Please follow her on all her social media sites. Check out her new video, Reclaim. It is amazing. Her new album, Reclaim, will be out a little later this year. So please be on the lookout for that and just support and follow and buy it and then stream it. I am Nicole Rose with Fret Sisters. I thank you so much for joining us. Everyone have a good one. Later.